Hey everyone, welcome back and welcome to my Friday. I'm out in the shale pit this morning. Decided to go on the search for little trees. That's a nice little tamarack. Because they're growing in the shale, they just pop right out. Another nice little one. That's what we're looking for. Nice little tamarack. We did have a decent rain last night, so that's a good reason to come look for trees. See what we can find. All right, off to a good start. Got 3 trees in the tub. As you can see, some of these trees make the attempt to get big, but they just can't do it growing here in the shale. Makes it a wonderful place to look for candidates for the bonsai life. There's a nice little red spruce. There's about 3 or 4 different kinds of trees growing here. This one's a hemlock. There's a white pine here in the middle of them. And lots of nice little tamaracks. They have been one of the best trees to collect. That one's got a nice fat trunk on it. Nice to feel some moisture in the ground. Makes it a good time to come do this. Rain even got a few mushrooms popping in here. There's lots of mycelium in this soil. This is the back part of the shale pit. Extremely dry right now. In the spring, all of this area is covered with water and there's springs running everywhere. So this makes it a time where I can get to some areas where I normally can't because of the water. There's beautiful little tamaracks growing everywhere. There's a nice little Christmas tree. This little spot right here is still pretty wet. So a lot of these trees have good access to water. Another tamarack. So here's a couple of pictures of what this area looked like in the spring. So this is an area where the excavator dug down about 10 or 15 feet here. So right at the edge of the forest, you can see that normally these trees get 30, 40 feet tall, but growing down in the shale here, they become stunted. Make some really good trees for bonsai. And one of the things I'm looking for today is some small tamaracks that I can wire some shape into. This one looks like a good one. When they're small like this, they take a shape really nice, and I can put some movement into that tree. Another one here. This is a good one. No shortage of them. Yeah, that one will be really good for putting some wire on. That gets me up to about 6 trees in there. Here's one more I can wire up. They're the perfect size. You can see the excavator just came right up in here and dug all this out. Alright, gonna call that a pretty good day in the shale pit. There's about 7 trees in there. It's about how many I like to deal with at one time. So we'll head back to the house and we'll get them potted up. Alright, made it back from the shale pit. I wanted to show you this one. This one I made about a year ago. And they are trees that came right out of the shale pit, similar to the ones I just pulled out. So these have had a year in the compost and fertilizer, and they're developing really nice. So I've got the pot that number 3 was in. So we'll go in the greenhouse and plant up some of the small trees we found today. Alright, now that I've had a look at these trees, I think I've decided to put 6 tamaracks in this pot. So the first thing I want to do is clean them up. I want to cut everything on them up about 4 or 5 inches. Develop nice trunks on them. I've got 2 trees here that'll be nice upright trees that I'll have in the back of the planting. Once I get them all in there, I can decide if I want to put some wire on these 2 and put some movement into them. Or I just might let them be straight trees in the back of this planting, because some of these other trees have really nice movement in them. Don't need to do much to that one. That one's got a nice shape. This one will remove some of that lower stuff. That one's got a beautiful trunk. This one's got really Really nice trunk, nice shape. They're just starting to turn with their fall colors. And this one is a really nice little tree. Just clean a few lower branches off. So there we go. We're gonna have six little tamaracks in there. So I really enjoy having pathways in them. And the first step is to build up the soil where the pathway is going to go. One of these tall trees right there is a good spot. It's always exciting to put these trees in this compost because they've been starved for that kind of fertilizer, and they always respond really nice to it. There's the two upright trees. Nice little small tamarack. Right down front here. It is really good rock hounding around here. Here's a really nice rock that I found a couple of days ago. It's got a beautiful flat bottom on it. Alright, time for the finishing touches here. This is my favorite kind of moss to use. Grows mostly on granite boulders. One of the nice things about it is you can tear off exactly what you need for it to fit into places. And you can use every little piece of it. Alright, time to give them their first drink of Miracle-Gro. I know from experience that these tamarack trees love Miracle-Gro, and get them off to a really nice start in here. And they are a bog tree. They do like to be really wet, so I'm sure they'll enjoy themselves getting watered every day. I have decided just to put 6 trees in this one. It's just the way the cookie crumbled. Nice to have this pot full of trees again. So as you can see, by applying that wire to this tree, it's allowed me to make the shape I want and a much more interesting tree for bonsai. I've learned that it's the movement in these trees that gets people excited about them. So next up is tomato picking. Tomatoes are still producing well. No sign of frost at the moment. So there you go. There's a look at my Friday morning. Hope everyone's having a great bonsai day. And I'll see you next time on Bonsai by the Sea.